Hello everyone, I am Luke, and welcome to the 97th battle of the Promethean Directive Season 2, where we're back at it with another battle between the Auldric Crown and the Chorus Collective. In this one, the Chorus have brought a couple waves of offensives against a Auldric Star Fort, with some Marvelous Contraptions that will be arriving later. Chorus have a pretty huge military here, but the Star Fort's pretty big and the Marvelous Contraptions are pretty cool. We'll have to see, though, who can come out on top. And there's also some much better armored trains for the Chorus side. This is, I think, their largest Star Fort model. But of course there are sandworms on the other side and some pretty big diff that all missed, of course. Because it's really hard to know where a fort's going to be at coming up, and they move all the time. I love the decorations. Oh, the first of the sandworms has reached and begun to breach the fort, accompanied by another two. And that little armored train is taking a beating. That's cool, they've got flamethrowers. I believe that starting in this battle, or maybe a battle or two before, the Auldric Crown began using a lot more incendiary, which is pretty effective against Chorus. There's your map estimate of what all's going on. Lots of chaotic stuff. I mean, even one of the centipedes decided to ram the fort. And there go the Marvelous Contraptions getting spawned in. They're even more upgraded since the last time we saw them. I think the side cram casemates are new, but I could be wrong. Unfortunately, that guy's kind of immediately dropping in terms of damage, or if they might be set up improperly for fighting on land, fighting above land. I don't know. Either way, though, there's a wasp down. And either way, you can see there's huge attrition among the armored trains, which are taking the bulk of the fire from Chorus. Once they're down, it'll pretty much just be the fort and the Marvelous Contraption to go after. As if the fort's not taking enough fire already. I'm guessing this battle took quite a while to film in person, but I don't think I was there for it. All I know is that it had an in-game recording of only about 5 or 6 minutes. Which is not too bad as far as in-game recordings go. Usually for them to be worthwhile for me to use, they end up being over 10 minutes. Ooh, those Marvelous Contraptions are not quite flying so marvelously. They've experienced a lot of damage pretty quickly on, like that breached their envelopes, or they might not be set up for altitude above land. They may be using like altitude above water or altitude above waves. Either of those could cause them to go down pretty quick. That's a lot of fires on the fort. And all the Marvelous Contraptions are still alive, but they're really taking a beating and they can no longer maneuver to fire properly. And they probably lost quite a few of their guns. Is this going to be a cram to nowhere? No, there are enemies all the way out here. But not quite as far as that guy was going to land, though. Those are some pretty cool missile tracers, because they go straight up from the centipedes that have rammed the fort, and then go curl around to go back down. I'm impressed they even managed to land in the first place. There's a centipede dueling with the downed contraptions. I know, yeah, that fort's not looking great, but it's still fighting. It's still firing point blank at the guys that are surrounding it. But now there's just, yep, the Star Fortress, a couple tanks, and all three of the Marvelous Contraptions left. And that's where this one is ended. Thank you for watching.